And we begin the news at 4. We have an exclusive on KGW. Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler says the city will begin enforcing its rules against homeless camping starting next month. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Gordon.
And I'm Stephanie Doe-Murat. Christine Pitawanich joins us in studio with the details on this. Christine, it seems like we've heard this before.
All right, guys, that's because we have heard it before. A judge stopped an early ordinance last year before it could take effect in November. But then city leaders passed another law just over a month ago that also restricts where and when people can camp in the city and what those campsites can look like. The mayor is confident the new law will survive a court challenge. He announced the start date during an interview with KGW's Pat Doris today.
The enforcement starts on July 1st, and I think, Pat, you're the first to hear the specific date. What we've been doing since May 22nd until now is getting the word out. We've put leaflets out on the streets that people who are homeless have had the opportunity to see, so they know what the rules are. We've worked with service providers to make sure they understand what the rules are so they can talk to their clients and let them know what the rules are. And maybe most importantly, we've had the opportunity to train law enforcement, our neighborhood response teams working with our outreach workers, and what we call our Street Services Coordination Center that I created through executive directive back in 2022. We've been doing training with our police officers so they understand what the rules are. They understand what sort of penalties are potentially at stake here, and everybody knows what the rules are. So on July 1st, we begin enforcing that rule.
So here is some of the fine print. If a reasonable alternative shelter is available, people cannot camp on public property or a public right-of-way. If it is not available, then campers can't obstruct access to a sidewalk, private property, or businesses next to the public right-of-way. Here's a list of other things campers can't do. Start a fire or use a gas heater. Take apart or sell multiple bikes or cars. Camp on property marked no trespassing by the city. They cannot set up any type of permanent or temporary fixture on public property or in the public right-of-way. Digging, damaging trees, or causing environmental damage, not allowed either. And no storing things more than 2 feet outside their tent. Break the rules and penalties include a $100 fine or up to 7 days in jail, or both. Tim?
Wow, Christine, thanks very much. Well, today, about 100 Portland police officers started wearing body cameras. PPB is among the last police agencies in the country to require them. This comes after a pilot project last year where they tested them out. And as Blair Best reports, it's a layer of accountability the community has been waiting for.
You may have seen them before.
So, to activate this, you just press it.
Just not on all Portland police officers, and that's about to change.
So the camera is attached at chest level on all uniformed officers.
On Monday, about 100 officers at Central Precinct started wearing body cameras, one of the last police agencies in the country to do so.
This is something that has been a long time coming, and I felt like almost a sigh of relief putting it on this morning to go out on patrol.
Certain situations will make the cameras automatically record, including when officers draw their guns, grab their taser, or activate sirens.
I think it's a really good idea because it protects both the public and the police.
It's a good thing that is happening now, at least, but it really could have happened way before this.
It's a change that came too late for mothers like Rochelle Clark.
He should be still here right now.
Clark's son Emmanuel was shot and killed by a Portland police officer back in 2022 when officers did not wear body cameras.
It's going to be an awesome thing because our kids are getting killed out here and we don't know what to do anymore.
Clark's family sued the city this past March, alleging officers wrongly and unreasonably mistook her son for an attempted armed robbery suspect before shooting him in the back with an AR-15 rifle. That case is still pending.
They shot my son and killed him and let him lay there suffering and bleeding.
But a grand jury determined the officer's use of force was not criminal under Oregon law. Rochelle believes body camera footage would have helped explain what really happened the night her son died.
We need justice. So if they start doing that again, that's wonderful.
Hopefully going forward, having these cameras will be really helpful for the police bureau.
All right, now we asked Portland police about releasing the body camera footage after extreme incidents like police shootings, and they say they intend to release that footage in the interest of transparency, but they are still figuring out what that process will look like. Now, come the middle of next month, officers in North Precinct will start wearing body cameras, and East Precinct will shortly follow. Soon, all 800 sworn officers will have them on at all times. Stephanie.
Major change for the Bureau. Right, Blair Best reporting for us. Thank you so much. An 18-year-old was in court for the first time today after police say he shot and killed a 16-year-old in Salem this weekend. Thomas Schultz joins us live from the Marion County Courthouse with more on this. And Thomas, what was the courtroom like today?
Yeah, well, Stephanie, there was a lot of tears, as you can imagine, as family members saw the person who was suspected of killing their 16-year-old teen on Sunday morning. Now, police say around 1 o'clock Sunday morning, 18-year-old David Ian Urbano shot and killed the teen along Skyline Road in southeast Salem. Police did not release the victim's name. They also declined our interview request, though we did speak to neighbors today who say they're shocked something like this would happen in their neighborhood, which they describe as quiet and peaceful. No residents wanted to do an on-camera interview, though one man told us he heard gunshots early Sunday morning and decided to call 911. He then walked down the street and saw the 16-year-old victim being held by what looked to be his girlfriend. Police say the teen died that night along this stretch of roadway. And today, in the courtroom, the prosecution asked 18-year-old Ian Urbano be kept in jail for the time being. The judge agreed.
I do find that you have been charged with murder, and I will deny release based on my review of 6 Exhibit number 1. The proof is evident and the presumption is strong that you are guilty.
Now, during the totality of the arraignment, Ian Urbano barely spoke, and a state-appointed lawyer did not enter a plea on his behalf. Now, Ian Urbano has been charged with second-degree murder. He'll be back in court for a preliminary hearing on July 1st. Tim, Stephanie.
All right, Thomas Schultz reporting for us in Salem. Thank you so much. Well, we do have breaking news we're following right now of an aircraft that went down in the Columbia River. Now, this happened around 3:15 this afternoon. The small plane went down near the Troutdale Airport at Gary Island Park. The Port of Portland tells us that only the pilot was on board and that person is safe. Portland Airport Fire and Rescue has a boat headed to the scene. A KGW crew is also headed to the scene right now to gather more information on this. We will bring you updates just as soon as we get them.
Well, police are investigating a potential bias crime stemming from a fire. Go ahead, Steph.
Police are investigating a potential bias crime, as Tim said, stemming from a fire inside a Portland bookstore. About
5:30 this morning, Portland Fire responded to a call on East Burnside Street to the Dark Star Magic bookstore. Crews say light smoke was seen coming from the broken storefront window. The fire was quickly put out before it spread to the occupied apartments upstairs, and no one was hurt. The bookstore posted on social media calling it a hate crime, targeting their pride display in the window.
Let's give you a live look now from our Rose City Sky Cam. Pretty view out there today. The first full week of summer is starting off with sunny skies.
Sure is. Meteorologist Matt Zaffino's in the Weather Center. Hey, Matt, nice day.
So good. I mean, it began really yesterday after the cool down from Saturday when we hit 88, and then yesterday in the 70s. Today we kept the clear sky. No morning clouds. We're in the mid 70s. Humidity is low at 36%. It's all good. It's the kind of weather we all wait for during the rainy months to get to this time of the year when it's all just beautiful and sunny and warm, right? We're running about 4, 5, 7 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday. So we had a good cool down yesterday. Even the east side is a little bit cooler as that cooler air has moved that way. So usually this time of the year, there'll be a delay of a day or so for the cooler air to arrive to the east, and that's what's happened today. But when we look at the satellite imagery, some scattered low clouds over the north coast range today. That was it for cloud cover. I mean, look at this. It's clear all around the entire state of Oregon and Washington as well. It will be warmer tomorrow, a little bit of a one-day warm-up, cooler afterwards. And yes, there are showers in the forecast for one day this week. We'll break that down, guys. Back to you.
All right, Matt, thanks so much. Well, a major traffic disruption starts this Friday in Southwest Portland. A stretch of I-5 will close down completely for more than 2 days, so this is going to be huge. We really want to let you know about this. Now, the closure will allow ODOT to continue work on the Southwest 26th Avenue overpass. Starting Friday at 9 p.m., southbound closure runs between Terwilliger Boulevard exit ramp to the Capitol Highway entrance ramp. Now, the northbound closure runs from the Barber Boulevard off-ramp to the Terwilliger on-ramp, and ODOT MoDOT does plan to have I-5 reopen by early morning on July 1st.
And with the 4th of July a little over a week away now, it's important to remember lighting off personal fireworks is illegal in the city of Portland. It is thanks to a city council ordinance passed in 2022. Our Daisy Caballero spoke with Portland Fire and Rescue about the reason for this decision. She's live in the newsroom with more. Daisy?
Yeah, thanks so much, Tim. Fireworks sales officially began in areas surrounding Portland today. And while, yes, they can be fun and festive to celebrate the upcoming holiday, Portland Fire wants everyone to keep fireworks safety top of mind.
There is a firework ban in the city limits.
Portland Fire and Rescue is urging and reminding the community to stay safe this 4th of July, as what they consider fireworks season kicks off on Monday.
We've had the ordinance for a few years, and the first year of the ordinance, we had a significantly reduced number of fires that were attributed to fireworks.
Rick Graves with Portland Fire says they responded to 336 fires last year during their season and found that 46 of those were directly caused by fireworks, while the year prior, only 10 were reported firework related out of the 224 total fires.
We had a fire recently that had a triple homicide simply as a result of the inappropriately discarded safe and sane firework. They're just not safe. They're just not sane.
Portland Fire will also increase staffing on the 4th to help keep up with the 400-plus call volume 911 dispatchers see on average that holiday. They too will be cracking down on issuing citations.
Simple fire code citation of $500 to $1,000, which is a civil penalty, or these enforcement actions could be as much as criminal charges.
Just the possession of illegal fireworks in Oregon is a Class C misdemeanor and is punishable with a $2,500 fine and or 6 months in jail.
That every time you bring a firework back into the city of Portland, you are actively choosing to go against what we have established as a safe ban for our community.
Graves is asking the public to leave fireworks to the professionals and enjoy the waterfront fireworks show instead, as they've seen lives change forever because people don't listen.
And we want you to enjoy the 4th so you can enjoy the 5th. So no decision that you have made causes you or your neighborhood any danger.
And Clark County will also start selling fireworks this Friday. Back to you guys.